Some people just need a high five in their face with a chair. But not you. You're welcome to Shave&Butcher, whatever this is, shaving talk show. The setup today will be Warden, the Warden from Squadron soaps. This is going to go well with what I'm putting on as a scent today, because Squadron is, I've got it here, hang on, a masculine smelling blend of citrusy bergamot with a bold, strong base of vetiver, cinnamon bark, cedar wood, and tobacco leaf. So the scent I'm putting on today, perfume, is from London. I just came home from London. I'll tell you more in a minute. This is from Penhaligon's. This is the inimitable William Penhaligon. So you open the lid, and here's it's the goat. No, that's probably not a goat. That's probably it's probably a male sheep. I don't know what this is. Someone will tell me, I'm sure. A bélier en français. So here's the bottle. So this is pretty cool. I didn't buy any shave gear. I just bought this the scent thing. So what does this say? This is from Fragrantica. Top notes are bergamot and jasmine. Middle notes are vetiver, cedar, and incense. Base notes are sandalwood and ambroxan. Ambroxan I haven't heard of, but it's woody with a bit of musk, I think. So really cool, really cool. The razor is Japanese by Swedish Steel. It's a Baba razor. Look at the condition that thing is in. It's a hollow razor, and the brush is going to be this old one again. And I did get a bit of help figuring out some of the background on this. Let's see if I can find that. A lot of notes today. This is from Trunker Dixon, who helped out, and he says, my guess is that the brush is sterling silver. Obviously, I should have figured that out. It dates from 1891, because that is when the London Assay Office used the Q, which is in one of the stamps. So it's a London hallmark, but it's not made there. The first badge is the maker's name, but I couldn't find him, so he will be a rich prick. Okay, the lion passant, which is in the next badge along, indicates the purity of the metal, in this case about 92.5. Well, you can't see the stamps or the badges because I'm holding this in a weird way. But you can go back to the previous video where it's a bit easier to see them. Purity of the metal, in this case about 92.5%. There's also Britannia mark that would be used later, and that was slightly higher purity, so I guess we're not exactly sure. The middle badge, the 3 is usually where it was made, and it's in this fact 3 wheat sheaves and a sword, which indicates Chester, but it's a bit hard to tell, so he's not taking poison on the fact that it's true. But anyway, cool. So do one more shave with that, and yeah, let's go. So yeah, London, I walked past the shave shops once when they were closed, in St. James's, so the Taylor Ward, Bond Street, Rifferton Hill, Dear Harris, Geoff F. Trumper, etc. So they were closed, and I didn't need anything. Well, that hasn't stopped anyone, has it? I didn't really want anything. I needed to not check the bag in, because the baggage system at Heathrow Airport in London is horrible, so I wanted to use carry-on only, and then can't really buy a lot of interesting things. Well, a soap, I guess, maybe they could have let through, possibly. So, yeah. But I walked around town and it was nice. It was good weather, not too hot. And no rain. A little bit of rain one day, but I avoided that. So yeah, I was there for 3 days. It was good. I had meetings. Went to a seminar, and it was cool. I met up with a friend who lives in London that I only see, once every 3-4 years, 2-3-4 years. So it's a great guy. So that was good. Oh, plenty of soap. I haven't used Squadron in a while. This was a gift from Peter Sullivan. Thank you, Peter, if you're watching. One of many gifts from Peter. So I have a lot of Australian soaps, and I really do enjoy them. I have too many soaps though, so I don't use them as often as I would like to. I got to go on the new Elizabeth line, which is super modern subway / normal train. Very, very modern, quick, comfortable, quiet, perfect Wi-Fi for everybody. And you can go from Heathrow Airport on that into the city centre without going outside, without changing trains or anything. So, very cool. And then as I was going to the airport on Friday, I got notice that my flight was cancelled, and I'm booked on a flight 25 hours later. And no, that's all the message I got from British Airways. If you want to, you can call this number. So I did. Couldn't get through. No help with hotels or anything, obviously then, because I couldn't get through to talk to anyone. So I had to book my own hotel. And that was, my God, a rat hole of a hotel. It was one with 4 stories, no lift, elevator, dirty carpet everywhere. One of those rooms where you don't want to take your socks off, No breakfast. It didn't even serve breakfast. It was like in an old building. It looked like it should have been demolished quite a few years ago. It smelled bad. It was just horrific. Here we go. Boom. Do you know what it cost? £447. So what's that? That's over $500 per night. So I'm going to make British Airways pay that. Wish me luck. Wow. And London is if you have to get stuck somewhere, London is not too bad. At the same time, when you haven't planned it, when you're on your own, when you run out of shirts, it was okay. But I was walking. It was Pride week, so the big Pride, what do you say? Manifestation took place, so that's good and bad. good that some countries still allow it. You know, people to protest for their rights and celebrate. A lot of countries you're not allowed anymore. It's also interesting from a logistics point of view if you're in the center of town, so there's a lot of people. But I ended up seeing a movie. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't walk around. I couldn't be at my hotel. My friend was busy. Otherwise I would have hung out with him. So I saw the new Top Gun movie, Top Gun 2, Top Gun Maverick, and it was great. It was a cinema which fits 400-500 people, and I was alone, absolutely on my own. That's very rare. I'm not sure I've ever been alone, at least in a big one like that. So it was great. The film is about as good as the first one. In other words, yeah, it's okay. You know, I enjoyed it. I like the old one too, although it hasn't aged all that well. So Tom Cruise was on good form. Jennifer Connelly is in it, Ed Harris. Val Kilmer is in it. Well, sort of. He texts with Tom Cruise. That was interesting. They text and every text is followed by a full stop. My kids say only old people and mass murderers put a full stop when they text. I do. I'm betting a lot of you guys do too, because you're old. Or you're psychopathic mass murderers. But it was cool. It was interesting. Oh, one other interesting thing. I don't know if I should. No, I won't tell that story. Yeah, okay, I got an email after getting off the plane. I said, yeah, this may appear a bit weird, but I think I sat next to you on the plane, and there was a guy there, which I didn't speak to at all. And he said, I happened to see what your name was from my laptop, because I was working on something. So he tracked me down and sent me a message on LinkedIn. And he says, I apologize, but I can't help. I have to get in touch with you to tell you that I think you're incredibly handsome, and I'm a professional photographer. Would you be interested in modeling? True story. And it turns out he is a professional photographer. And it also turns out I have no interest in modeling. Hang on, what am I doing? A bit tired this morning. It was a long trip. And the plane was delayed. 45 minutes on the way home. The taxi driver didn't turn up at the airport in Sweden, so I had to wait for him for 25 minutes. So I was home just before 2 o'clock. morning. Long trip. But today's going to be good. Play a bit of golf with my son, and then we're going to watch Formula 1 from Silverstone in England. Should have stayed, really. That would have been cool. Yeah, what else happened? Nah, nothing much. My son showed me, I told him I went to see Top Gun movie, and my son sent me a link to when Quentin Tarantino, the filmmaker, in I don't know what, some TV show, has a monologue about the fact that Top Gun is about homosexuality. That's fun. Really funny. You should check it out on YouTube. If I remember, I'll put a link. I probably will forget though. He's joking, obviously, I think. So yeah, but all in all, good trip. Again, as I said, there are worse places to get stuck than old London. I was going to apologize for rinsing in the video and making all that noise. Then again, I always do, don't I? There we are. I'm going to just do Thayer's Witch Hazel water as a post-shave treatment. Put some of the head as well, because don't forget the dome. I shaved my head just before you guys joined. Yeah, witch hazel is the good stuff. And then let's put on the scent. Let's put on the scent. Cool. This is strong, so it's just going to do one splash, and I typically do it down here. Here you go. See what that smells like in a short while. Thank you for watching. It was a pleasure. I hope you had as much fun as I did. I'll see you soon, and meanwhile, you stay sharp.